So, you've probably heard about the 15-month rule for HDB flats, right? It seems simple, but what if I told you there's more to it than meets the eye? Today, I'm going to reveal the shocking truth behind this rule that nobody's talking about. Let's start with what the 15-month rule actually is. If you own a private property, you must wait 15 months after selling it before you can buy a resale HDB flat. But why? You might think it's just a way to keep things fair, right? Well, there's a bit more to it. The reason this rule was introduced is to cool down the resale market. In the past, many private property owners sold their homes and quickly bought resale HDB flats. This caused demand to spike, and prices went up. So the government introduced this waiting period to slow things down. But here's where things get tricky. Many people don't realize how this rule can affect them. Imagine you're below 55 years old and you sold your private property. You find the perfect resale flat, but you can't buy it. You're stuck waiting for 15 months, and by the time you're eligible, that flat might be gone. It's frustrating, right? Here's the truth. A lot of people don't plan for this. They sell their property without realizing they have to wait more than a year before buying a new home. In the meantime, you might have to rent. And let's face it, renting in Singapore isn't cheap. But that's not all. This rule doesn't apply to everyone equally. If you're 55 years old or older and you're buying a 4-room flat or smaller, you don't have to wait. Yep, you can skip the 15 months. This is meant to help older folks downsize and move into more manageable homes. So, while the 15-month rule seems like it applies to everyone, it doesn't. And for those who do have to wait, it can be a huge challenge. It's something many people don't think about until it's too late. But what can you do about it? The best advice is to plan ahead. If you own a private property and you're thinking about selling, make sure you factor in this waiting period. Know what your options are, and don't rush into selling your home without a solid plan. There's also another side to this. If you're someone who doesn't have a private property and you're looking to buy a resale HDB, this rule could actually help you. How? Fewer buyers in the market could mean less competition for you, and maybe even a better price on that resale flat you've been eyeing. So, is the 15-month rule fair? It depends on how you look at it. But one thing's for sure, it's more complicated than most people think.